Welcome back to Heart Talks with Anita Bahal. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. And today I surely am. Yesterday I bought myself these beautiful roses. I am going crazy for flowers. I'm not kidding you. It's so beautiful. And I got this pink and red in one. So to me, it was a super deal. Anyway, I hope you're having a lovely day. And today I would like to talk about communication. And of course, I'm going to ask you, what is communication? Okay, so what's communication? So I give you a little second there to think. Communication is the means by which we send and receive information. It's the means by which we send and receive information. That's communication. Also, communication can be put into two broad categories. We can put it into verbal and non-verbal, okay? And for today's talk, I want to just talk about human communication because, believe me, it's already very complicated with humans. So let's leave out all the other species for this one, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about, number one, I want to talk about how we have to be very mindful, conscious of what type of verbal and non-verbal gestures we are doing when communicating. So you want to be conscious, are you hearing that? Because many of us are communicating without any thought. Most of our communication has become habit. Sometimes a little swear word, now for now. I remember going to school and oh my gosh, in the morning, first thing, that is what I will hear from some person, a little swear word. And I still hate swearing, to be honest. Cursing, for those who don't know what's swearing. Anyway, so you would hear swearing has become a habit. Or are we just like, good morning, and just do up we face? Now, if you're going to be mindful means that you are going to be holistic in the sense that it's all going to be in unison. You're not going to be like smiling here, but the eye them rolling up. No. You want to truly feel it within yourself. You smile with your colleague or with your children or with your husband. Smile and genuinely give a beautiful smile. Smile from the heart, as they say. Okay? So I remember as a teacher, I hated when students, I disliked when students rolled their eyes. I thought it was very rude. But some of us do it as a habit. Sometimes our intentions are clean. So I ask you, be more mindful. Be more mindful of every cue. I remember thinking about it, a little communication here. I remember when I liked Safraz in the early days. I used to pinch him. I don't know, I had a habit. I pinched this boy. Until you know what he started to do? He started to pinch me back. I stopped pinching him. I'm not even joking. I stopped pinching the boy. And we like to joke about that. So again, it was sort of like a habit for me. I wasn't thinking, how he felt or what was happening. So please be mindful of your verbal and non-verbal cues. Okay? Is it genuine? When you smile, feel it and let it all come together. Be conscious, okay? 2, you know what's important? Watch the content of your communication. Watch the content. You see this mouth here? They say that this tongue actually can create your own hell. So watch the content. What kind of conversations are you engaging in? Let's start in the house. So remember I told you we have to set our home right. So what type of conversations we engage in the home? Are we having empowering ones? Are we discussing some beautiful ideas we're having? Is it some innovative thing we're doing? Is it about uplifting others? Are we finding ways to help others? Or are we just talking about the neighbor across the road, we sister-in-law, we brother, this problem, that problem? So be mindful and now watch the content of your conversations. Now listen, don't even think about it only as what you say. A lot of people don't realize that communication is, as I said, sending and receiving. What are we listening to? What type of music? what type of conversations? Are we listening to all the latest gossip? Or are we listening to some beautiful talk given by a pastor or by a swami? Or are we listening to some inspirational speaker? What is being embedded into your subconscious? Be mindful. So look at the content. And all I want you to do, start with yourself. All you have to do is start with yourself, you know. I never tell you go and change the world. Start with yourself. So I am mindful what I'm listening to, what I am saying, because I used to be very strict myself. So I have to be more mindful. What am I saying, okay? And what am I listening to? Now, 3. There's this powerful saying, I don't know if you guys know. Do unto others as you would have them done unto you. And when I looked and researched it, it said it came from Luke, I think chapter 6, verse 31, I think. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. But the point is, it's a very powerful line. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Now, my Ottawa mom, Charlotte, she lives by this. She lives, her whole life, she said, was based on this line. And the more I reflected, this is such a beautiful way to live. We can read tons of books and we can have all this information, but if we don't practice, we'll get nowhere. So let's really look into this. You want to do unto others as they do unto you, as we would have them, do unto you. So when we are communicating, what is important? Would you like if somebody just come in the morning and just start to curse with you? Would you like if somebody come and see you first thing in the morning and they just start to give you all the problems, which you can't even solve, but they're just giving you problem after problem after problem after problem, and you just there like everything just being soaked up? Would you like to go and badmouth a friend and judge his whole life based on one incident and spread rumors? Would you like if that happened to you? Are you doing this? I remember a very powerful thing. When I was at NAPS, I went to a parent-teacher meeting, and I don't know if this guy is watching, but his mom had told me she would actually stay home a lot because she did not want to engage in gossip and say the wrong things or listen to the wrong things. So we have to be so mindful. What we don't want others to do to us, let's not do to them. Recently, again, I'll give you an example. I went to a prayer meeting and there was a guy there who had drunk alcohol. And I think about 3 people pointed out to me that he was drunk. And honestly, you know what? I didn't even focus on he being drunk. I was just so happy this guy came. I was just so happy. I felt the love from this guy actually. And I was thinking, my goodness, is that all we can see is that he was drunk? So what? We have no faults? In fact, I actually said that probably a sober guy didn't even come. So I was just grateful that this guy came and he was there for the entire prayer meeting. So who are we? Who are we to judge? And as I went on to that, I went on to read something beautiful from Prophet Muhammad. He said, remember your own faults before you reveal the faults of others. Are you hearing that? Remember your own faults before you reveal the faults of others. So I ask you, that third one, keep doing unto others as you would like them do unto you. Would you like people to reveal your faults? No, we don't want that, okay? So when we're talking, let's not expose people's faults, you know. It's not cool, you know, because we all have them, and you don't know somebody having a bad day, a bad week. You don't know what's happening in their household. If you have to be anything with your communication, be kind. Next one. You have an issue going on. So imagine now, you have an issue going on, okay? So it's either probably, let's say, an issue with you and your husband, or an issue with you and your sister-in-law, or an issue, something on Facebook. You might have real drama on Facebook, or something, some issue. So let's call it, there's an issue between Lisa and Veronica. So there's an issue between Lisa and Veronica, but Lisa does not go and talk to Veronica. Lisa keeps telling me. Every time Lisa see me, she say, you need to talk to Veronica. Oh, no, she won't say that. She would just tell me all the problems about she and Veronica. And I'll be listening because I think I'm being a good friend. So I listen and I listen and I go, oh my God, she coming again with this thing about Veronica. And I listen. No, she don't want me to talk to Veronica, I know. So I say, Gil, why do you talk to she? No, it's okay. So she want to keep her friendship with Veronica. She want to tell me all the problems. I can't do anything about it, but I listen to all the problems because she don't want me to do anything about it. But let me just track to the future. So one day, Veronica come over. Lisa and Veronica there, I chilling out. Lisa and Veronica get into a little squabble, and I get all heated, and and so I used to do Lisa. Lisa watch me like, well, I never give you a message. Why are you telling Veronica that for? No, I didn't really want to get involved, But what happened? I had been listening to all these problems. I wasn't able to act because the limitations of my friend Lisa had given me. And one day it just burst out of us. And this is what happens in plenty relationship, And then it is have real, what you call, bacchanal. Real bacchanal in families, real problems. Because you know why? We rather go and tell every single other person than talk to the person themselves. I don't get that. So I ask you, if you have an issue with somebody, now sometimes we get a little heated, but let me keep it cool, let me talk kind, let's be straightforward, let's be honest, and go to that person. Go to that person and sort it out. Don't let it reach all over the place, and then you know how stories just change. And what we'll end up having is create a set of havoc, and actually to me, just sinning our own selves. Let's not do that. So we are creating the havoc in our life. And some people say, well, the person I want to talk, or the X me out from Facebook, or whatever it is, write a letter or reach out a few times and then let it be. What can you do? But please go to the person. I'll give you a little example in my own life. I remember one time with, I believe, a family member of mine. They wrote some stuff on Facebook that I didn't really like. And I remember I walked across to the person's house. And I sort of like knocked on the door, and the person, they sort of like locked me out a little bit. Or I wouldn't say locked me out, but closed the door and I didn't really want to talk. But that's the type of person I am. I'd rather go to you, I know you're going to say some people don't like that. But people, we really need to come on a one-to-one basis and sort of sort it out. Because if you haven't been looking, people are going to media. People are actually writing about others on Facebook and being really like going in detail. I was written about on Facebook. And it's very sad, because sometimes a person's intention may be clean, but you don't know. So you need to go to that person and understand. And I'll give you a good example again. I had a friend recently, and I called her before I left Trinidad. And I said to her, I'll call you when I get back in Ottawa. And she said to me, but you hardly call me. And actually, I was very happy that she said it to me. I said, you know what, by the time I get everything done these days, it takes a lot of time, and I've been very busy. And I explained to her how my schedule is, and she understood so beautifully. And I said, don't worry, I do talk with others, but I have been doing some other stuff right now where I don't just, I don't talk so much on the phone as I used to. And she understood so beautifully. And look, it was cleared up then. Imagine if she went and said, oh, well, I need to go on Ottawa now. She forget everybody. She don't have no time. Then sometimes it gets warped and we create hurt. And also, what we also create, we are telling others and we are transferring the hurt to others. We are spreading misery and we are not going to that person. And then when we spread our misery, we don't want the other people to do anything. And all it does is weigh down. It weighs down that other person. And it's not helping them. So I ask you, if you have an issue, try your best first to go to the person and deal with it. One-on-one, nicely, kindly, honest, straightforward, lovingly, try it, Instead of all of us just, going around the place spreading hurt. Let's spread joy. Let's spread love. Let's sing. Let's dance. And don't get me wrong, you can communicate to your friends an issue you are having. I honestly believe if they can help you. And I will say it openly on this video. To all my friends, if I can help you, please come to me. But if you are just going to tell me issues that I cannot help you with, what is the purpose? It will just weigh me down. And I know we think in friendships, this is how it should be. But no, I don't think so. I don't think that I should be listening or you should be telling me of another when that can be sorted out between you and another person, okay? The next thing I ask, and which I sort of said in that one, think of the person's intention. Think of the person's intention. Like, I'll give you an example here. My sister-in-law bought me this scarf. I'm going to show you how beautiful it is. And to be honest, I think it's like so beautiful. I'm going to just stand up here to show you. It's very beautiful. I love it. Now, let's say I didn't like it. So she gives me and I'm like, oh my gosh, she don't know I don't like blue. She will buy me blue and pink. Oh gosh, I hate pink. I'm not even girly. So, my friend comes over. But Veronica, my sister-in-law know me so long, she didn't even know what color I like. You'll just take that? No. That is such terrible communication. I just sort of like relate to my friend that my sister-in-law don't even know me. I made an assumption. I also was so ungrateful for this beautiful scarf that I actually like. I love this scarf actually. My sister-in-law Zaira gave it to me. I love it. It came all the way from Trinidad and it's so beautiful. Okay, let's get back to topic. Anyway, so imagine now I would feel ungrateful. I'm not even thinking of my beautiful sister-in-law's intention. She gave it out of love. She sent it all the way here to Canada. But I'm focusing on the color. I'm focusing on minor little petty things and making issues. Ask yourself, how many times are you making small little things? So I want to ask you, in your communication, don't be moody. Oh gosh, don't be moody. Little thing that shouldn't be nothing. For example, let me say somebody just tell you something about me. Some little thing, Anita get fat. Let me see. Somebody tell you, Anita real get fat, eh? Why the next time you see me, I'll be like, if you know how Sarah say you get real fat, how you looking so? Why? Them give you a message to give me? The only thing you doing there, actually, you hurting my feelings. You just hurting my feelings, actually. Was that empowering? Was it beautiful to tell me? I mean, it was truth, but I mean, was it necessary to say it? So ask yourself when you're communicating, somebody give you a message? Recently, I sat with two friends and I hope they don't feel offended if they see this, but my intention is good. They actually told me that when I was diagnosed, that somebody thought it was a huge lie and they were spreading it. Now, honestly, they probably wanted me to know, but in telling me this, it could actually create hurt to think that, oh my gosh, this is what people believe, that I came up with a diagnosis. But anyway, I am beyond that. But I'm telling you, there were some people that, and I was there once, when you are spreading your little messages that people did not give you to give, you are actually spreading hurt. So if you go by somebody's house and they discuss me, please don't come and tell me. I don't want to know. If it's hurtful, why are you even telling me for? You are using your mouth to send hurt to another person. So I ask you, make sure, think of all your communication. Is it sending hurt? I mean, if it was something nice and you feel it will be uplifting, okay. But let's use our brain to think. Is it necessary for that person to know that? Would it help her or him? Okay? If it's not helpful, just let it go. And further into that, as I said on the first one, be conscious of your communication. So be conscious of what you're listening to. Why listen to gossip about me to begin with? When people start engage in such conversations, please walk away or change the topic beautifully or show them a flip side. Maybe that person is having a bad day. Let's not focus on that. That could be us, and move away. Okay? And as I want to end here, I was reading a beautiful book by Swami Vivekananda. It's a small little book. I don't read a lot of books. In fact, I try to really, when I'm doing my, as I would say, this is a form of communication, what I'm getting into my soul, I rather read a very small bit, but truly incorporate it into life. So hear how powerful this last thing was. Anything that makes you physically, intellectually, and spiritually weak, reject as poison. Are you hearing that? Anything that makes you physically weak, intellectually weak, and spiritually weak, reject it as poison. And as I said today, when we are communicating, be mindful of what you are hearing, be mindful of what you are seeing, be mindful of what you are thinking, the intentions, be mindful of what we are saying, what we are engaging in, both verbal and non-verbal. And to end here on a little note, a little P.S. I love you sort of thing. When you see people that are peaceful and happy, do not think for one moment that they have no issues. Do not think for one moment that their life is better than yours. Do not think for one moment that it is effortless. Believe me, I used to look at my mother and I thought, wow, she's so peaceful. I thought it was some sort of natural trait. But little had I known that she was working on herself daily for years. And now that I am trying to do it myself and I'm sharing it with you, I want to say this, that I too, to experience daily joy, I put lots of effort. And I have joined this wonderful organization called The Art of Living, and I will say it over and over. They have changed my life. And a little example for you to see. In order to continually be happy and content, full of love, joy, to be communicating beautifully, and to live every day with grace and love and harmony and patience and all that is good. Believe me, try this, a little bit of knowledge every day, just a little bit. Nobody says you have to read an entire book. Take one thing a day and use that and see if you can change that in your life, incorporate it into your life. 2, get some silence in every day. Be alone. And you will see that you need not ask anyone or tell anyone your problems. The world, the universe, the divine, whatever you call it, will reveal those answers to you. Also, try meditation, try doing yoga, because this mind is very, very, very flickering. And we must find ways to control it. Otherwise, we will be the root of our own destruction. And also, try other things like flowers, like gardening, things that relax you, that lets the mind be free. And don't become entangled in worldly problems, especially those you cannot solve. Okay, so have a wonderful day. Namaste, love and light from Anita, Safraz, Arjun, Ajay, and Anjali. And please, when you are communicating, let it be from a place of love. Have a wonderful day. Until I see you again, from Anita. Love and light, heart to heart talks. Bye.